Hi, this is a new day and adventure of the Fresh Air Hobbies and Sawmill channel. I'm Matt Harris. This is my place in Middle Tennessee. About 2.5 years ago, this was a hillside with a lot of trees, pretty thick woods, and I started working on it. We moved a lot of dirt, bought a lot of gravel and placed. Anyway, on the left, you can see the original shop that I built. I started that about 2 years ago, and I was hard-headed, and I thought I'll do every bit of this myself. That wasn't a mistake due to the quality of what I have, but on a timeline, I could have probably saved a lot of time by having someone do it. And money-wise, hard to say what the difference would be. But the original shop is 40 by 70. The inside clear height is 18 feet tall. There's about 5.5 feet of concrete wall from the finished floor to the top of the concrete wall. It's 8 inches thick. And then from there up, it's stud walls, 6 inches thick, 3/4 plywood on the inside, metal on the outside with a moisture barrier, R19 insulation, and that completely surrounds the entire building. Of course, it's got a metal roof inside, or a metal ceiling rather, and also we got about 15 inches of insulation blown in the top there. So that building is almost too good to be a shop. Now let's talk about what we got going on in this video here. I took some time a couple weeks ago and fixed this area up. Used to be storage for trailers and whatnot, and thought, why not build another building? This first shop I got, it's getting a little cluttered. Hadn't really got it all set up like I want to, and stuff's in the way. And then I bought a new piece of equipment a few weeks ago, and it's called a Wood-Mizer LT40 super hydraulic wide head. And I got every option that's available to put on that mill. And to be honest with you, it's almost as expensive as buying a small house. But in yesteryear's dollars, today I don't think you would buy a small house for the price of that sawmill. So I thought, well, if we don't have a lot of room, and I'm not going to put a tarp on and off of it every time, so we're going to build this new building here to put it in and get things laid out where we can work in a proper manner. I got a few logs that's got some age on them, been in the pile for a year or so, and we're going to see if we can't make something of them. So these guys showed up this morning. I didn't get no warning. I just kind of expected they would come sometimes, since they delivered my lumber last Friday. And these people are responsible for the whole thing completed. And they showed up this morning, not bright and early, but earlier than I would have started. And I just wanted to put a camera up and time lapse and just see the kind of the quick, job that they're going to do. I knew they would be fast. The question was how good they would be. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So we'll get this thing. They almost got done today. And if you want to watch this to the end, they almost went completely up till dark. And they still got a few pieces on top, the stripping for the metal and all. I'm waiting on my metal to be delivered. That comes out of another shop from the supplier, so they'll have it here shortly, I hope, in the next day or two, and then these guys will come back, put that metal on. This building is not going to be the plain Jane metal building. I am going to have the trim around the edges. That'd be the cornice and the eaves done. We'll put 16 inches of overhang. The color scheme will be just like the original shop, dark brown on all the trim, and just every piece of trim will be dark brown, and then we'll have this leather tan color as a siding. Now the reason it's that color, I would have had different colors, but if you think about the the heat that darker colors generate, you can have it look better, but it might be miserable if you try to get in there in a dark building. And I just don't like white, so that was out of the question. So, talking a little bit about the metal buildings, in this area of Middle Tennessee, it seems like things are available right now pretty quick. So anyway, if you want to finish watching what these boys are doing, I thought they done a pretty good job. I'm kind of hard to please when it comes to construction, because that's been what I've done all of my life. We're either building something or putting something up or basically installing the whole works. I've been all the way on jobs from the footing all the way to the final cleanup. So, can't say you're going to get a good crew every time, but you need to warn them and tell them you're going to watch for quality, and that's what you demand. Just have to see how it works out. Can't say it's always worked out good, but I think this one's going to be fine.